What's going down, everybody? It's that fly muchacho accomplice. And being in the radio biz, I meet a lot of very interesting and impactful people in the culture. And I get to have great conversations with them. And these are artists who you should even add to your playlist. This is Must See TV. I want to welcome y'all to Fly Muchacho Radio. Let me run this back, man. She done brought an exclusive to Fly Muchacho. Miss Texas in the building. Oh! You know we play that new. Miss Texas in the building, big station. That camera's on you, good.
Yeah, I'm from the valley by Mexico, where the people scared to go. This ain't no luck. Gotta stay right up. Now that I'm popping, they wanna stay calling. I don't need no fake love. I'ma run it up. I'm climbing to the top. What you think I was gonna stop? Hell no, I'm here to win. I'm blessed. I passed the test, and I don't care about the rest.
Miss Texas.
You a broke fool. You don't want no smoke fool. You a broke fool. You don't want no smoke fool. You a broke fool. You don't want no smoke fool.
From Mexico where they don't want to go. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm on another level, a different frequency, a new vibration. They can feel my energy. The light shining through me, yeah, I see through my third eye, a different kind of high.
Oh, we going to the West Coast now.
On 290 twisting fingers, cause I'm good in every hood with the shakers and the bangers. And now I don't bang, but my diamonds run fast. They say talking shit, but I'm steady getting paid. Red on the hills with my door swing open. Comb full of kush and my cups I'm pulling. I be so high, I can catch a star floating. Triple D titties make your man motorboating. My pockets on swell, I ain't even hit the gym. Balling on you lanes, playing high above the rim. Miss Texas on the map, running these laps while these bitches taking naps. You a broke fool, you don't wanna smoke fool. I'm riding around your city sitting so pretty, calling all the shots. Cause I'm really killing shit, ain't gotta flex. Cause I'm up next, I got the crown to my state. At a fancy restaurant, ordering all the crab and steak. Smoking on the Cali bass, making big
Pointing on the crab and steak. Miss Texas in the building. You know how we do, let's go.
You a broke fool, you don't want no smoke fool. You a broke fool, you don't want no smoke fool. You a broke fool, you don't want no smoke fool. You a broke fool, you don't want no smoke fool.
You a broke boy, you don't want no smoke, boy. What you doing fucking around with grown folk, boy? I ain't playing, niggas know I pack a chrome toy. Sucking niggas on the other side and making no noise. Stalk him at his mama house, I don't hear a peep. Put my ear to the window, I hear him sleep. You don't want beef with Rowdy Racks, that boy creep. Saw him pop out his heat, put two boys to sleep. Then start laughing, the nigga was smiling. I swear Rowdy be wildin', that motherfucker violent. Straight active, putting Fuente on the map. It's just him and his strap. He out there on the attack. And homie, you a broke fool, you don't want no smoke fool. You a broke fool, you don't want no smoke fool. You a broke fool, you don't want no smoke fool.
You heard it here first. Miss Texas in the building. I see you, Reverend. Woo. She brought some fire up here. Okay. She brought some fire up here. All right, let's keep it running. Cause you a broke fool. You ain't the after party. After hours, K104, your home for DFW's hip hop and R&B, Didi and the Bebe Show. That Fly Muchacho accomplice exclusive. Let them know who's still sitting with me right now.
It's Miss Texas.
Miss Texas. And I like how you did that. You represented, and then you put some West Coast flavor on there. What makes a song like that happen?
I just wanted to work with an artist in California, and I just felt like I wanted to go with like someone big, like Lefty, because he was coming up, or like King Little G, like Drummer Boy, someone up there. But I talked to them, and we said that we'll do that later on, But right now, I was like, well, let me do someone that's kind of underground coming up. My friend out there, like people that know No Jumper, they told me, like, they introduced me to Rowdy, like his music, and I fell in love with that No Brain song by him. Yeah,
he is definitely putting in work. I know the songs more than I know the names of it. But that beat is jamming too. Who did a beat like that?
Thank you. Yeah, it was a West Coast beat. I was like, I have to choose a West Coast beat for this.
It is. Hey, we still got Miss Texas in the building. Don't you touch that dial. A lot more to talk about. Hey, we just barely getting started, y'all. It's the After Party Show, K104. Let's go. Ooh, we jamming, man. The After Hours, After Party, K104. Your home for DFW's hip hop and R&B. I'm that Fly Muchacho accomplice. And I still got
Miss Texas.
Miss Texas in the building. Appreciate you coming by the big station and chopping it up. I've seen you've been very active on the social medias. Even the name Miss Texas, that's a strong name. How do you get a name like that?
I just named my album after that. And then like people just started calling me that. So I don't know, like
Also, it's more like a fan name. And you just was like, yeah, I like that.
yeah, so then I just like rode with it, and then like everybody just knows me by that. Like I've worked with a lot of big people, like big
I mean, it's on the chain and everything. Like, you really repping, holding it down, making a scene out there. What made you want to get into music? I know behind the scenes we were talking, but to the listeners out there, like, let them know, when was it Miss Texas was like, I'm going to start making some music?
Well, I wrote my first song when I was 12 years old. But before that, when I was like 8, 9, like I've always loved Selena growing up. So she was like always like
South Texas, yeah, that's like
Yes,
the princess
so-
of the South.
So I've always was like, I guess, inspired by music because of that, you know, like with Selena. And then I just wrote my first song at 12, and then I didn't start pursuing my music. I've been doing music for about 8 years, but I didn't start till I was 27 years old.
Oh, okay. So when did you record your first? So why the late start? You were chasing other endeavors?
I was modeling.
You were modeling?
Yeah, I was advertising and promoting companies.
Advertising, promoting.
I worked for World Star Hip Hop, like just advertising them.
Oh, wow. So just being, pretty much in the
industry, but
like video vixen type, like brand ambassador type.
I was in one of Sasawaka's videos. I was in one of Two Pistols videos. Chink's videos. I don't know if you know Chink.
Yeah,
but he
Chink's
passed away.
Drugs.
I was in one of his videos. So it just started for me like being behind the scenes.
But you were always passionate about music.
Yeah.
But then it just a confidence thing. Like, now I feel like, or you just met the right people and like it's only right. Was anybody ever like, you should rap, Jessica Marie? And you were
No,
like, yeah.
nobody ever told me to do it. I just did it on my own. I was like, I want to come out with a single, and then I did my first single with OG33. But he's
OG33 from NBA Youngboys Camp.
yeah.
You
I
did
have
your first single with
My
them.
first song was with him.
That's a big
It's called My
So
Pain.
you're starting here, not
Yeah.
here. I mean, being in the biz and being at a young age, were you ever? Is anybody ever around a camp that you were like starstruck by?
Just
Where you're like, wow, I can't believe that.
no, just Selena. Like I'm really like I love like Tupac. I like old music, like 2000s, like Ashanti, Missy.
Yeah, but I
Elliott.
meant like actually seeing somebody, like maybe working at a music video, and you're like, wow, that's so and so. Because working with the NBA YoungBoy team at that time, like, what made you pick that person? Did it just fit? Were y'all just in the studio?
Well, my cameraman, he would shoot their videos when they were working out in Austin. So that's how I just went about it. I told the cameraman, I said, hey, I want to do a song. I was trying to do a song with YoungBoy, but that didn't happen. So they got me his brother. So I was like, okay,
But
that's
you were going
fine.
that high already as a beginner?
The first song I did, yeah, in 2018.
Okay, so when you start doing music, Miss Texas,
Yeah.
you come from modeling, you come from brand ambassador, and finally you're like, I'm pushing everybody else stuff. I need to just push my own.
Yeah.
That's how it came. So then you jump into, did you already have the song ready? Did y'all make it there?
We shot the video separately, and then we wrote the song separately. So I had wrote my part, and then he put his part in it, and then they put his video part in it, and my video. We have a whole video.
With it being your first song, were you like, this is it? This is the hit. This is the...
No, I when I did my first song, I was like, I felt like I only wanted to do one song in the beginning, but like when I first started, I was like, I just want to do one song.
I'm going to make one hit and I'm gone. Okay, guys? I'm just kidding.
But I fell in love
Drop
with
the
it,
mic.
so I kept going.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being in the biz and then being around it and then you wanting to get on the stage, it seems like, the limelight, you're like, wow, I could do this. And which is cool because some people feel like, it's a lot of pressure and some people kind of get shy or, they get anxious.
Right.
But you're like, no, I can do this. So after that song,
Yeah.
what made you continue on with the singles? Because you've worked with a few people. Can you name a few names that you work with?
Finesse 2 times. He reached out to me.
That's huge. That's
So I was like,
huge.
is Mob Ties watching me? No. I was like, who sent you? That's how I felt.
Who sent you? 2 times. You gotta ask twice.
But yeah, with Finesse 2 times, and then I did a couple of reggaeton songs, so I do Spanish too. I love techno music. I always listen to techno music when I go live, like on my TikTok and when I'm streaming. So one day I would love to do techno, but I haven't jumped in that
So that's why your social media presence is so strong from the modeling background and the brand ambassador background. You have quite a few supporters. I mean, Finesse 2 times reaching out to you. What about some other names?
OG Ron C too. He's put me on the Drake channel on Sound 42 with Sirius XM. So I appreciate OG. He always puts me on really big things. I like that I have legends that like support me.
Yeah, they're
know?
like kind of co-signing you and giving you great advice and stuff like that.
Yeah, I recently just made a post about Zero, like saying like I want to feature with Zero, and Zero liked my post. I was like, oh my God. I was so excited.
Are you big into like manifestation or speaking stuff into existence? And
I'm spiritually awakened. I got spiritually awakened like last year, and I feel like so at peace with my life, and I just feel like everything that's happening is like meant to happen. So
absolutely spiritually awakened, like you were baptized or?
I've been baptized, yes, but no, like this was more like God. I was meditating and like doing yoga, eating healthy, and I didn't know that like my consciousness was gonna be like more like sharper. Like I don't know, for some reason I just feel like I don't know, I just felt like I just found out like our soul lives forever, and that just knowing that God, is our soul lives forever, that just feels like, why not celebrate every day in life, in our physical life? Because we are on a spiritual journey right now.
You have to appreciate just waking up. And I think an underrated blessing is making it home safe. We just look over it, but it's the small things that we should be grateful for.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome that you're being appreciative of that and being humbled and grateful for everything that goes on. And I think that could be a sign of why you're getting blessed by cosigns or help with your music. But I see like you got the chains on, like you look like the rapper part. Have you been doing that since the modeling days, or when you became a rapper, you're like, I need chains.
Yeah,
I need the the image.
Yeah, when I became when I started doing music, I was like, I want a Rolex watch, so I got my Rolex watch. But it was more like me, like just kind of pampering myself. Now I don't want no more chains. Like I'm like also like an investor. I invest into a business, so my money makes my money, so it's awesome. Like
but as an artist, we do it for image, and then it's also, they're kind of like hood trophies. Like I got one, like I'm so proud of myself, because not everybody does. The music, you have 1-2 albums out already?
I have 2 albums, yeah, and then just a whole bunch of singles.
And they've been doing numbers. You think you've been more excited about the English or the Spanish side of it with doing both?
I like the English, but I do like Spanish too, because I feel like I've only done 2 singles in Spanish, but I just feel like, it could grab a different, like the audience of my culture, if I continue to keep putting out Spanish.
Plus it shows versatility, and it shows that, because making music, it is fun. It is a way of expressing ourselves. Sometimes we're in a Spanish vibe. Sometimes, we want to get...
we want to be creative.
Turn up and get, act the Fulio on the Don Julio type of vibes. If Miss Texas had say, unlimited budget, like if they were like, Miss Texas, you're on our label, you name the artist, we'll call him and get him here. Is there a dream feature you would like?
Like in Texas is Zero. And then like outside of like the state would be like Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne. I like Nicki Minaj. I like Lil Kim.
So we gotta tag them. If that's the feature, that's why I had to have you say it out loud. When we speaking into it.
And then Megan Thee Stallion.
And Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, I mean Texas has definitely been doing their thing.
I know.
Traveling, like, do you have a particular like favorite type of food? I mean, being from down south and doing songs with like Rowdy Racks of the West Coast, you notice the difference in the food, right?
Yeah.
Like, even everything like that.
They asked me a question about that when I did an interview at Dirt Dogs. It was like a hot dog place, but they asked me about like what food is the best.
well, of course we're gonna go with the hometown. We're gonna go with the home side. You big into spicy food?
I love seafood.
Oh, seafood.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a favorite city, like whenever you touch down and you're like, oh man, I love eating over there. I love visiting there whenever you're out on the road?
I would say it was it's like seafood, but it's called Hot and Juicy out in Las Vegas, but I'm not too sure if they're still open. Like, they might still be, or I think they are, but not the one in LA. I think that one closed down. But they're in LA, they're in Cali and in Vegas. They're not here in Texas, but it's called Hot and Juicy.
You feel like you did more traveling on the modeling side or on the music side?
I would say on the music side, yeah, because
Yeah, it's more like
I done an interview
consistency.
at the Off the Porch in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
Do you ever get anxiety doing these big platforms, like coming to the big station, the radio with your boy? And sometimes it's like, wow, I need a second to chill out. But some people are like, yo, let's run it.
I do get nervous. I do, but I'm like,
Yeah, you're being brave. You're facing the fear,
yeah.
getting out there. You're doing what needs to be done because these promo runs definitely need to be done. The networking definitely needs to be done. Rubbing shoulders, definitely, all that type. With them 2 albums already being out, is there something we need to look forward to? You got a new album because you got the new single. What's coming up next for Miss Texas?
I have another single, and it's like kind of like a remix of a Pimp C song.
Oh, Pimp C.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. I haven't dropped the video or the song yet, and I don't know who I'm putting on it yet. So we just have to wait.
Definitely got to stay tuned. You got to follow Miss Texas, Jessica Marie, Miss Texas. Y'all be sure to tap
But
in.
it's a Texas swag for sure.
Absolutely. Being from South Texas and growing up in Texas, I know down there it's majority Spanish speaking. What was the first like hip hop rap album that you purchased and listened to in entirety? Because you named Pimp C, so I'm like, okay, what kind of music did Miss Texas jam out? What was the first CD you bought it?
The first thing that I bought, I would say
Hip-hop.
would be a lot of people listen to like SPM, so that's what was playing was like SPM and
Back then, okay.
yeah, back then it was like
So
SPM
you were supporting
and
Latin rap even back then.
Yeah, Selena and SPM was a lot like on the radio, and then like that's when like Zero and like Screwed, like Swisher House was around too.
They were
So it
super
was
big back then.
so that's what I like.
Oh, so that's the type of rap that you was into. That's
Yeah.
okay. And being Weta, do people confuse you for whenever you tell them you're Mexican and you start speaking Spanish, they're like, what?
Yeah, they think they don't think I'm Mexican.
The wow factor right there, that could get them. And then listening to Swisser House and Pimp C. Okay, that's why one of the dream features is a Zero. Now everything's starting to come in. Any big Southern legends that you did a video for?
Like that I was modeling in? I can't think like off the back, but I know it was Sasawaka.
That's probably the biggest one. Because to me, he's like a newer artist. But I
Yeah.
just didn't know if you had worked with any of the, Bun B's or, you mentioned Swisser House. That's why I asked. But
No, I think I did one with Little Kiki, but I don't even know if it came out, and I don't know like.
yeah, all that gets tricky whenever
Yeah,
they
it
start
does.
releasing and stuff like that, the music industry. Being big into fashion, you get invited to one of these award ceremonies and all that. Like, do you have like a go-to designer? Do you have a go-to fit that you would go to if you get invited to these red carpets? What's the Jessica Marie Miss Texas swag? Like, I got to be Louis'd out, or it's got to be Gucci, or
If I went to like a red carpet, I would want to be like in like a dress, but like I guess it doesn't have to be designer. I would be open to like a stylist, like just
absolutely.
styling me something like custom, But yeah, maybe like a dress.
Yeah, because I asked that because some people are like, oh, yeah, I got to go to.
I'm like, maybe
I got this hat, and, everybody's different. What about if you had to get a +1? You got a celebrity crush out there that you would take to the red carpet event?
You said a celebrity crush?
That if they were like, hey, Miss Texas, we need you to get a popular figure to walk on the red carpet, who's your +1?
It would have to be, I don't know, it has to be someone tall.
And when you're wearing the heels and everything, she's like, I'm going to take a basketball player. I'm going to take LeBron James. That's all good, though. So right now, singles have been running. Broke Fool video is on the way. Production-wise, is there any more big features on this album we need to look out for or anything? Do you have the name of the album already?
No.
All still under construction.
Yeah.
All still grinding. You've been very active on your social medias.
Well, I told you, like, I go live on my TikTok. I've been going live. I have like 200,000 followers on TikTok, but I've been going live since 2022 for almost 3 years. And then I just recently started streaming on Twitch, but I'm going to start streaming on Kick as well. But they love me when I go live. Like, all my fans love me. And that's what keeps me going. It's not about the gifts that they send me. I appreciate just all the follows that are
absolutely.
happening from like worldwide, because TikTok, Twitch, and all that, it's people from all around the world. So
Yeah,
My
because
fans keep me going.
yes, I noticed your social media, like, and that's
Like
what,
they get mad when I don't post things, and I'm like, I'm coming.
that's what came across my radar, because I feel like I have a radar and people have to get in that radar. Like if my radar's up here and you're down here, you ain't got in my radar yet. When you get in my radar and I notice you, and your social media was very big. And is there any like crazy stories that maybe from a fan or that you've taken your fans on a journey to that you would like to share for all the listeners out there? Anything crazy, maybe a fan or a gift, or maybe you were on live and something crazy happened.
I know.
Nothing like that. Everything's been pretty laid back, just chilling,
Yeah.
having a good time. I know some people that have been like, I was on live, I got in a car wreck, I hit a deer, because they literally film their day to day, and you just never know what's gonna happen.
Well, I think one time I killed a fly on my live because and I didn't mean to. Like, I guess I seen it.
You caught it?
Yeah.
That's some Karate Kid stuff.
And then one of the fans said, "Okay, that's a perfect clip farm." Like they wanted me to save that as a clip farm, and I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know this was like a moment for me to kill."
This is a thing. Miss Texas is in the building with me. So we just finished jamming that Cardi B outside right now, and she's definitely got some words for her ex on there. But do you feel like, in these public relationships right now, like if you're in a relationship, are you cool with making it public? Like, do you feel that they should post their others on the gram? Or are you like, no, the music is just for music and the other stuff keep out? Because when they got in trouble, now they're airing each other's business out. So when somebody disses just Miss Texas, do you match the energy or do you go for the kill shot? Like, oh, they dissed me, they don't started something.
Like just saying like with the relationship or just anybody?
Pretty much with a relationship, because Cardi B's new song, she's just going at her ex's throat and, airing out pretty much everything. You think Miss Texas would go for the kill, or you're like, nah, I'm going to be the bigger person?
I think whenever like you're going through something, you want to say how you feel in your music. And I think she was expressing what she went through. And everybody knew them as a public figure. So I've done it before. I made a song about my ex, but nobody knows that it was about my ex because we didn't make it public, like we kept it private. So I think that's different if it is private and then they don't know who you're throwing shots at, but they know who she was, recently.
Yeah.
That she was married to him. So
would Miss Texas go for the kill, though? Would you like, I got to diss him so bad, or are you going to hold back?
I mean, I don't know.
If they cross Miss Texas, what's she gonna do?
Probably would go in for the kill.
Revenge. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. To each his own, because I really don't know how I would act either. I can say one thing and I feel totally different. But I think the matching the energy is like a minimum.
Yeah.
But some people do go kill. Like some people be like, their music's trash. And then they go in like, well, I remember one time.
Yeah.
You can see yourself doing that. Be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to kill him. Ted shots. Ted shots right there.
Oh, my God.
Miss Texas in the building. K104 Big Station, man. Y'all be sure and check out her new single. What's the name of the new single?
Broke Fool.
Broke Fool, out now. Big Station. Well, it seems like you were born for entertainment. Seems like you were born for the light. And I'm glad that you're out there doing your thing. And everybody that's tuned in, let them know where to follow you again at.
It's Jessica Marie _ Miss Texas, and that's on my TikTok, Instagram, and my Spotify.
And for the fans.
And my Twitch.
If you were to describe the Jessica Marie Miss Texas music in a few words, how would you describe your music?
I would describe it as like a Texas, like a Texas swag.
Texas swag, Texas culture, that's a good one.
And then I would, just being like independent, because I've never had a manager. So just being like, like confident in yourself.
So all the business you've been handling yourself, like with all the popularity you've been gaining. I mean, you always have
promoting,
100, like
advertising, everything, investing.
You have 6 figures on every platform on your followers, like, and that's all you, just handling everything direct, like
promoting, advertising, and then showing up. You have to be consistent, and it's like an everyday thing. Like one time I went live for a year straight.
Absolutely,
for
but that
1
means
year
you're
straight.
learning the business as you go. So you're literally just making decisions off experience. Nobody's telling you, nobody's coaching you, and you've already got to this, You came across my radar.
Yeah, I kind of learned through the modeling, just like I said, learning that advertising and marketing, like just
Absolutely.
promoting. Just keep promoting yourself. If you want to be an artist, promote and invest.
And to all the listeners out there, that's why the Fly Muchacho likes to tap into the streets, independently grinding, independently doing their thing. They're investing in themselves, and you know what? They're giving 100%. And when you do that, I think you get 100% back in return.
Yeah.
Miss Texas in the building. Jessica Marie, thank you for coming by the big stage and chopping up with the Fly Muchacho.
Thank you.
And it's all love. If they're going to add one song to their playlist from your catalog, what song would it be, Miss Texas?
I like My Time and Texas Made.
Texas Made, My Time. All my listeners out there, go add it to your playlist. Fly Muchacho approved. Let's go. Miss Texas.